19 minutes left to decide who goes as the winners of Group 5 to the World Cup finals.
It's unbelievable, really, listen, we drew, but I mean, it didn't matter, did it? We had to win. We had to beat Poland, and we should have beat them. They were a solid team, well-organised team, and they had a few decent players, but I always felt we were far superior to them.
Done him once, not a bad cross ball. Tomaszewski lost that one completely. He was certain it was going behind.
The clown, huh?
It was that other clown at the other end was.
Yeah, but you keep calling him... Hey, Brian, you keep calling him a clown, but in fact that fellow has made some fantastic saves, and he's kept England...
No, he hasn't.
Listen, he had his day, didn't he, you know?
By Szymanowski. Tomaszewski's not there. Tomaszewski, an incredible save, kicked it away.
And I always remember Casimir Dana. I played with him at Man City, and he was a great character, great player, and one of the Polish lads, you know. And, and he said, I don't know how we ever survived that night. People were saying, well, we should have been more patient. But how can you be more patient when you're camped in someone's penalty box, you know? I don't know, you get to the penalty box, you either got to shoot, get the ball in there or something. They weren't going to come out their penalty areas, they were stuck on the edge of that. And you just hope that you wear them down. And when you look at the chances we had, and the goals that were disallowed, there was 2 or 3. I had 2 goals disallowed in the match. I mean, there was one there. I don't know what he disallowed that for. This was the goal, wasn't it? This is when Roman Hunter lost it.
Down the right side, left side rather. Now it's Lato against McFarlane, and the Duckers over there.
Schultz would have saved this 9 times out of 10.
Oh, and he scored! Tomaszewski's got a goal!
Got right under him, didn't it? And what do you do?
When you make a little bit of an error like I did that night along with Norman Hunter, you expect or you hope that you're going to win the game 2 or 3-1, and that's what we should have done easily. But it wasn't to be, and it was probably the lowest point in my career at the time, and still is.
That was a game you never thought that you were going to end up as a draw. You were going to win it. But when they got that goal and went, with, I don't know, about 20 minutes to go or whatever it was, all right, we've got the penalty.
But I just couldn't bear to watch.
We've got it. We've got back in the game.
1-1.
I don't know what else we could have done. The annoying thing is we had a pretty good team. The team was probably as good a team. When you think they finished 3rd in the, I mean, they were moderate. Make no mistake about it.
Have England got time now? No, they have not. It's over.
That's it. We've Donald Duck out of it. Simple as that. What a shame. Alf had been there for 7, 8 or 9 years by then, and they sacked him.
One of the blackest days they've ever had. So Alf Ramsey must be a very disheartened man.
That was the one thing I can remember, was everyone sat in the bath and no one said anything. It was the quietest bath, because in the bath after, you usually have a crack and a bit of a laugh. But on that night, not a word said. But hey, life goes on. It's only a game.
It was a comfortable win, which was great, but I think we won 3-0. So it was a great start. But I remember we still had to go to Poland and get a result, and a draw at least, to qualify for Italia 90. Well, when you're a goalkeeper, you can only try and keep a clean sheet, and you're really relying on the lads up front to get you a goal or a couple of goals at least.
Peter Shilton not really troubled, and I'm sure now with 2-0 enjoying his 108th cap that little bit more.
They've had 1 or 2 great players over the years, but they look they're always workmanlike and they're always solid, but I don't think they've quite got the great players that they did have in the past. As a keeper, you can't, well, you can score goals, but it's very unlikely at Wembley. But certainly you're relying on the side to get the result for you, and you've just basically got to do your job. But you also know that one mistake could prove crucial, because obviously then you need to score 2, and it's never easy against any opposition to guarantee 2 goals. I repaid for 73, but yeah, it was still hard to take.
Lob to the edge of that penalty area. Here's a great chance for England. It's 1-0. Les Ferdinand. A dream of a beginning for England that Graham Taylor must have dreamt about, although he shows no emotion whatsoever. There's Ferdinand, a good striker for England. Gascoigne's in. Gascoigne scores. It's a wonderful start again to the second half, just as England had a marvellous start to the first. Could be Gascoigne, it could be Pearce. It's set up for Pearce, who rams in the shot! 3-0, England, Stuart Pearce. 57 minutes gone, England are on the march. It's a great return to international football, a smile from the manager, thumbs up from the manager, and another gamble has paid off.
I even get nervous now watching this. It's strange, isn't it? It was a very established squad, a squad that knew White had done well in Euro 96. It was like a new boy going to school or joining a new club. When you join a new setup, you have to kind of prove yourself. So even though I knew a lot of the players, played against them for years in the Premier League, I think joining up internationally, it does take a bit of time. At the time, I didn't seem so nervous. It was strange, playing for my country didn't make me as nervous as it did as playing for my clubs. It was a game that we needed to win, simple as that. After beating Moldova, we wanted just to win this game, just to keep everything rolling along nicely. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where they're ranked in the world, what their recent results have been. Coming to Wembley can bring the very best out of the opposition. They scored early. Not what we expected to happen at all. We thought we'd get a couple of goals and the game would be relatively comfortable. But Poland came, relaxed, enjoyed themselves and got an opening goal.
What a chance, it go! And he has scored! Should go!
That's the opening goal. We didn't cover ourselves in glory there, did we? The important thing for me, seeing world-class players like Shearer, Ferdinand, Gascoigne as well, seeing them in training, you understand the touch that they have, the vision, their ability to find space in penalty areas. It's not just about physicality. We saw with the goals, Alan Shearer's bravery for the first goal.
Inside, Shearer's gone for the ball and has scored! Alan Shearer, a brave header!
As brave as a lion, Shearer he really was. And then he's brilliant finishing for the second one. But you don't score as many goals as those two guys over the years by just being a big battering ram of a centre forward. You have to be more than that. And both those guys were.
Deflected to Ferdinand and Shearer!
At least I'm in on the celebrations as well. I have no part in the goal whatsoever, either goal. But at least I'm there, I'm celebrating. That's the important thing. But that's a beauty as well. Good response, actually, going down so early. What, 6 minutes and we're a goal behind? Imagine with Beckham and Ferdinand and Shearer, it's only going to be a matter of time before it turns around. If you have Gascoigne and Ince, McManaman and Shearer and Beckham and Ferdinand in your side, it's more likely that those players are going to have a major say on how the game goes. It's a lot more of an open game than I remember. They certainly knocked the ball around. They enjoyed playing at Wembley on a big pitch. And they were a good side. And in the end, I think a 2-1 win. I think we had to work hard for it. And that's because the Poles were a damn good team.
For me, you know, it was a rare start in England for England, and you know, I was playing in midfield around the time when I did get the opportunity to play. So yeah, great occasion. You know, at Manchester, Old Trafford. So we knew that we had the players on the day. If we performed, that, you know, we'd get the result. Anytime you play for England, I think that, you know, there's a little bit of nervousness there. So if you can get off to a good start, it really helps.
Because that was Lampard's corner. Give it back in and steered in by Michael Owen.
You scored that, haven't you? I didn't even see that. Owen. Typical Owen. Great reactions. I remember we conceded just before half-time.
Sofsky, Southampton player, it's done well to get his cross back, and it's stuck home too by Frankowski.
Yeah, we got caught on the break. Good finish, to be fair. Strong lads and pacey, you know. So they caught us out on the counter attack just before half-time, and you know that's what they were. They had a bit of pace about them, especially on the wings. You know, it was late on in the game. I think it was the last 10 minutes of the game, but. You know, Frank had great engine on him, and you know, he wants to get in the box and score goals, and that's what he did. And when he got there, the finish was unbelievable.
Verging on him, but they've got gaps, they've got Lampard, and they've got a goal.
That's a finish. Again, typical Lampard again. Great finish. You know, he probably doesn't get up and down or get box to box as much as he did. You know, he's changed his game a little bit, but you know, you have to do that as you get a little bit older, and you know, especially if you want to play at the top. The World Cup is the biggest stage for any footballer to play on. So you know, we knew at the time we had a good group of players, and you know, it's just about getting to that World Cup, and once you get there, then you know, you start to prepare for that. So you know, it's good to finally get it.
I don't think Poland, you know, will beat us again. You know, I mean, they didn't beat us that night, but you know what I'm trying to say is we needed to win. You know, if we win our last 2 games, we're through, aren't we? As simple as that. And they're both at Wembley.
I would be surprised if England didn't win this one. Welbeck in particular has really, really impressed me. I've seen him play a lot for Man United. His finishing has really come on. I'm not saying it was bad in the first place, but he's instinctive, but he's got a very clever brain. I love the way he plays the game. And so Wilshere, again, with his injury problems, he's starting to get himself fully fit. He is a top player, probably as close to Paul Gascoigne as you're ever going to get in terms of ability and running with the ball and vision and being able to find that killer pass. So if you can get players like that coming through, and you've got those established players around them like Gerrard and Lampard, then the future is very bright for England. Having
been in the position before, you know, expecting you know, a little bit of nervous energy going into them, but you know, that's what you expect from a footballer. That's, you know, that's what you thrive on. You know, and hopefully they'll bring their best performances and you know, seal qualification.
You know, I think we're more than capable of beating them.
They will be tough, but you know, I think that the current squad is more than capable of getting 2 wins.
Keep a couple of clean sheets, and hopefully the lads up front can get a couple of goals in each game and maybe more, and we can all sit back and look forward to Brazil, which would be great.
The lure of playing at the World Cup in Brazil, I think, is huge.
Bring it on.